The moment talk is put into print, you recognize that it is not what it was when you heard it. You perceive that an immense something has disappeared from it. That is its soul. You have nothing but a dead carcass left on your hands. Color, play of feature, the varying modulations of voice, the laugh, the body, warmth, grace, friendliness, and charm that had commended it to your affection, or at least to your tolerance, is gone, and nothing is left but a pallid, stiff, and repulsive cadaver. Such is talk almost invariably as you see it lying in the state in an interview. No two autocrat ever touched the liberties of a free people until he had stamped out the last vestige of free speech. Napoleon once said, "I fear for hostile newspapers than 100,000 bayonets." Mussolini's first is triumphant act was to muzzle press and parliament. Stalin tonight sits as a dictator in Moscow because no voice dares to be lifted against him. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. Mr. Chairman and friends, the china I buy abroad is marked "fragile" in shipment. That which I buy at home is marked "glass this side up with care." The foreign word of caution is fact. The American note of warning is fiction with moral motive. The common purpose of both is protection from fright factors and baggage smashers. The European appeals to knowledge. The American addresses the imagination. The one expresses the truth, the other extends it. Neither is entirely successful. The skill and care of shippers cannot always victoriously cope with the innate destructiveness of fallen nature. There is a great deal of smashed crockery in the world. There are colorful words that are beautifully beautiful as red roses. There are drab words that are unlovely as an anemic-looking woman. There are concrete words that keep people awake and abstract words that put them to sleep. There are strong words that can punch like a prize fighter, and weak words that are as insipid as mama's boy. There are warm, sympathetic words grips men's hearts, and cold, detached words that leave an audience unmoved. I rough out thoughts in talk as an artist models in clay. Spoken language is plastic. You can pat and coax, and spread and shave and rub out, and fill up and stick on so easily. When you work that soft material, there is nothing like it for modeling. Out of it come the shapes which you turn into marble or bronze in your immortal books, if you happen to write such. Methinks I hear some of you say, I must a man afford himself no leisure. I will thee, my friend, what poor Richard says, employ thy time well. If you meanest to gain leisure, and since thou art not sure of a minute throw away an hour, leisure time is for doing something useful. This leisure the diligent man will obtain, but the lazy man never. So that, as poor Richard says, a life of leisure and a life of laziness are two things. With malice towards none, with clarity for all, with firmness in the right, and God gives us to see the right. Let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and orphans to do all which may achieve and cherish and just a lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations.